Good evening and welcome to BAM-YA, Body and Mind Integrated Alchemy. Alchemy is the transformation of one condition to another. For instance, the transformation of a disease into a healthy condition. We have been teaching and practicing these amazing tools and medical approach for the last 10 years here in Israel. It's time for us to move on and work globally. A few words about myself. I was born in 1963. In 1986, I made my first step in the healing world when I took a traditional Thai massage class in Bangkok. I came back to Israel and I got a job at the Jerusalem Spa in the new Hyatt that was just opened in Jerusalem, where I was taught Swedish massage, deep tissue massage, and underwater therapy. And I enjoyed it very much, so I took more classes. I took shiatsu and reflexology, and in 1991 I went to Los Angeles and took traditional Chinese medicine class for a master's degree, which I finally achieved in 1995. In 1995, before I graduated, I heard about a teacher in Southern California, Dr. Devi Nambudripad, who taught NAET, Nambudripad Allergy Elimination Technique. She knows how to eliminate allergies. When I heard about that, I knew that this is very important because allergies are a very important realm in disease conditions. People do not realize how important it is and how many symptoms that people suffer come from allergies. People think allergies are only hay fever and skin conditions and asthma. But in fact, allergies can cause any symptoms, like headaches or even back pains. Digestive problems are related to allergies, food allergies, and so on. When I graduated, I took Dr. Nambudripad's class and then went back to Israel to start practicing Chinese medicine and Nambudripad's technique. Then I met another one of Nambudripad's students, a psychologist from Los Angeles. Together, we developed the new tools that we use today, and they have been developing ever since. In the last 10 years, we've been perfecting and growing these tools and this approach to what we have today. A holistic, powerful, and very precise approach to health, or to well-being. There are two things that stand in the basis of this approach. One is the power of the word. The letters have power in all languages. And the other one is muscle testing. Muscle testing, kinesiology, is a way to connect to the unconscious mind and communicate with it. Science tells us that the use of our brain in the daily life, we only use about 5% of the potential within our brain. This is called the conscious mind. In the rest of the 95% of our brain, the sub and unconscious parts of the brain, there is unlimited potential. Our brain knows everything that ever happened to us, whether it was yesterday or 10 or 15 or 20 years ago, whether it happened when we were born, whether it happened before we were born, whether it happened in past life. All this knowledge is burned in our unconscious mind in a place called amygdala, which is down here. It's kind of a memory bank or a trauma bank. Everything is stored in there, and actually our life in the present are being managed by our past experiences, which are stored in the amygdala. Every one of us carries a package of allergies, a package of traumas, of anger, fears, anxieties, and so on. What we like to do in this approach is to find out components of this package and dismantle them, make them go away, make it possible for us to manage our life from the here and now condition. The way to find out what is really going on inside our minds is muscle testing or kinesiology. Muscle testing is very simple. Everyone can learn and do it within a very short time. Let's place your hand right here. Fingers are straight, hand is straight. I will press down. You will hold and try to prevent me from pushing your hand down. Okay? Hold. Very good. Hold. Very good. Now, I would like you to think the word love. Very good. You're strong. Okay, now erase love and think the word fear. Whoop. What just happened? All right, let's try it again. Fear. All right. Think about the person you most love in this world. Good. Think about the person you most dislike in this world. This way, we test allergies. We have vials of every factor that exists in this world, and I can let you hold vials and see whether they make you strong or weak, whether you're okay with it or you're allergic to it or hypersensitive to it. And this is the basic muscle test that we do. There's another way to use muscle testing, which is even more exciting, which is asking questions. I can ask yes-no questions and get a yes-no answer. Is your name Leah? That's a yes. Is your name Margaret? That's a no. Are you wearing a red dress? Are you wearing a white shirt? Very good, we got a yes and a no. I asked yes-no questions of which we all knew the answers. But I can also ask questions that we do not know the answer to, but we assume the answers are here in your brain, in your amygdala, which remembers everything. In session, when I have a patient coming, I can ask questions about the causes for the disease, and I can ask questions about the preferred way to cope with them. What would be the right treatment for right now? What do you need for me to do in order to make you feel better, in order to eliminate the causes for the disease? This is quite revolutionary, because when you normally go to a doctor, the doctor would take all the information they can from talking to you, from blood tests, or the Chinese doctor would take the pulse and look at your tongue, or the iridologist would look at your iris and get information from there. But eventually,